summary of The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens. The Old Curiosity Shop follows the life of a young girl named Nell Trent, who lives with her grandfather in a quaint shop filled with various oddities and curiosities. The story is set in 19th century London and explores themes of innocence, poverty, and the corruptive nature of money. Nell's grandfather, a kind yet increasingly frail man, has become obsessed with gambling, risking their meager savings in hopes of striking it rich. This obsession leads him to neglect his responsibilities and the welfare of Nell. As the narrative unfolds, Nell and her grandfather face dire financial straits. To escape their mounting debts and the looming threat of losing their shop, they are forced to flee from the relentless grasp of a cruel moneylender, Mr. Daniel Quilp. Quilp is depicted as a malevolent figure, representing the darker aspects of greed and exploitation. As they journey through London, the innocent and virtuous Nell becomes a symbol of purity amid a harsh and unforgiving world. Their adventures introduce a variety of eccentric characters, each adding depth to the story's exploration of morality and social critique. Among them is the kind-hearted shoemaker, Kit Nubbles, who becomes an ally and protector for Nell and her grandfather. Kit, depicted as a working-class hero, showcases nobility in his humble existence and represents hope and compassion in times of despair. His earnestness contrasts sharply with Quilp's malevolence and serves to highlight the moral choices faced by the characters. During their travels, Nell and her grandfather encounter numerous challenges, including hunger, illness, and the constant threat of being captured by Quilp. As Nell's grandfather's condition deteriorates, she becomes increasingly burdened with the responsibility of caretaking. Her unwavering loyalty to her grandfather shines through, demonstrating her profound sense of love and sacrifice. The story weaves a poignant narrative about the loss of innocence and the impacts of industrialization and poverty. Dickens meticulously portrays the stark contrast between the wealthy and the destitute, making a powerful critique of societal neglect towards the vulnerable. Nell's misfortunes serve as a mirror to the struggles of countless children in the era, emphasizing the broader implications of economic disparity and human suffering. As the plot thickens, Cotton is introduced, an old friend of Nell's grandfather who offers them refuge and compassion. However, despite brief moments of reprieve, their situation worsens. Nell loses her grandfather to illness, deepening her isolation and despair. Alone in the world, she is now left to fend for herself, embodying the tragic consequences of her grandfather's choices. In the climax of the story, Nell becomes a victim of Quilp's machinations. Despite her efforts to escape his clutches, she is tracked down and caught in the web of his manipulations. The emotional weight of her struggle is exacerbated by the loyalty she feels toward her grandfather, even as his actions led them to ruin. Ultimately, The Old Curiosity Shop culminates in a bittersweet ending, highlighting Nell's undying spirit even in moments of despair. After numerous trials and tribulations, she finds a semblance of peace in the midst of her tragic circumstances. However, her journey is not without profound sorrow, as Dickens poignantly captures the heart-wrenching realities of loss and the impact of societal inequities on innocent lives. Through Nell Trent's story, Charles Dickens not only tells a tale of innocence besieged by the harsh realities of life, but also critiques the moral failings of society. The novel serves as a commentary on the responsibilities we hold toward one another, especially in a time when the world is increasingly driven by greed and materialism. The emotional depth and variety of characters ultimately make The Old Curiosity Shop a timeless exploration of humanity and the illusions of wealth. leaving readers to reflect on the true costs of such pursuits. In summary, The Old Curiosity Shop is a deeply affecting narrative that illustrates the struggles against economic hardship, the impact of love and loyalty, and the enduring nature of hope amidst despair. Nell's purity and victim's plight resonate powerfully, encapsulating Dickens's critical perspective on society's treatment of its most vulnerable members. Through masterful storytelling, he crafts a tale that remains strikingly relevant, illustrating the lasting complexities of human nature and social justice.